1 billion users! How can you reach more of them? Got that Jimmy Neutron hair going today. Welcome back to the Personal Branding and Motorsports series. Today we're going to be talking specifically about Facebook. Most people already know about it. Largest social media platform in the world. Over 1 billion active users. That number is just staggering to me, especially considering when I first joined Facebook, you had to have a college email address to be able to join it. That was back in like 2005. So it's changed a lot over the years. I have complained about every single change they've ever made, I think. But that being said, they are kind of a necessary evil in our industry, and for what we want to accomplish, they definitely can provide some value. So what we're going to do is we're going to talk about a few different ways that we can use Facebook to our advantage and some of the things we want to avoid as well. There are obviously a few different ways to use Facebook. One is your personal profile. That personal profile obviously gives you access to pretty much all of Facebook's goodies. That gives you access to your own friends and family. You can access business pages. You can find groups. Those groups can be private, closed, secret. Pages can be anything from businesses to fan pages. It is pretty wild, obviously, how much content they have on there. Of course, you can share video, photos, articles, links, you name it. Facebook sort of allows you to do all kinds of stuff. So ultimately, they have an algorithm that curates all of the content from the people and pages that you follow and like and befriend and whatnot, and it shows you that in what's called your news feed. And for those of you that don't know, your news feed is essentially driven by that algorithm. So the more things you like or comment on or share, the more things similar to that Facebook will show you. So for example, if you have a friend that posts a lot of political stuff on one side of the spectrum, regardless of who you like or don't like, it'll show you more of that. So Facebook has been blamed largely for what's called echo chambers, because essentially what they'll do is they say, oh, this person thinks this, and so we want to show them more of that to keep them on our website longer. Basically, Facebook's algorithm panders to what you react to, how you react to it, and it tries to give you more of that content so you can keep coming back. We have to understand the difference between a personal profile, a business page, and a group. All three of those things can actually provide very, very different and excellent levels of engagement with our audiences. And so first and foremost, your personal profile is you. That's where you connect with everybody, but you are limited to only 5,000 friends. And so once you hit that limit, it's really difficult to grow. More people can follow you, but they can't be friends with you, which means you're extremely limited on how many of those people you can reach. It is definitely a good thing to have. But for example, I keep my profile, my personal profile, separate from my page. It just allows me to be a little bit more private and have a little bit of separation between what I do in my brand and what I want to do independently. So for example, like I enjoy politics, but I don't want to talk about politics on my racing page. Might, turn off a lot of people that way. So I really do try to separate those two. What I'd recommend is for you to start a page and run it as a business page. So I have mine set up as, for a while I had it set up as an athlete page, and now I have it set up as a public figure. There's trains of thought behind what one's better, but the thing is Facebook won't release how their algorithm actually works. So it's very difficult to actually know for sure what's going to work and what doesn't, what works better and what doesn't work as well. But I have it set up as a public figure page because that's essentially what I'm trying to do. So I'm recommending that you would start a page, and then you're going to focus again on providing content and providing value for people. So daily content. If you can, there's all kinds of stuff that you can post, right? And it doesn't mean you have to make your own content every day. You don't have to make a video. You don't have to, take a picture or write an article. You can share the things that you find elsewhere. That's a really good way to engage with people, especially because just like YouTube and Instagram, Facebook will actually promote your content more the more regularly and often you post content and share things to your audience. Daily content is huge. You also have to post a variety of content. Well, I shouldn't say you have to, but it definitely helps. So if one day you post a video that you actually just post the file, upload the file to Facebook, next day you might want to post a photo. The next day you might want to post a blog post that you write about what your program's doing. The next day you might want to post like a write-up that somebody else wrote about an event you went to. Following day after that, maybe another video. Then you can do a live stream the next day. You want to vary the type of content that you have. You want to provide a good differing amount of types of content to your audience, and Facebook's algorithm will really notice that you're trying to provide all kinds of things to your audience. The other thing that we want to do is we want to use calls to action. If you watched my Instagram video, which I'll post a link to right there, you'll remember that I talked about calls to action. Those are basically when you ask your audience to like, comment, share, subscribe, etc. You ask someone to do something specifically for you that will help you. Ask people to share things in groups that they think it might be helpful in. Ask them to follow you, ask them to like it, ask them to comment. If you can increase engagement, Facebook's algorithm really takes the engagement into account. So the more people like and share and comment on your posts, you will actually get a larger reach and more people will see that post. So that's how things go viral. It's just kind of a snowball effect. You don't want to force it and make it seem inorganic, but whenever you have the opportunity, I highly recommend doing that. Another tip, never boost your posts. A lot of people think that boosting is such a great thing. I will tell you right now that a boosted post, while it's really easy, is a total waste. The challenge with boosting is that Facebook really does it because they want to capture your money. Facebook is one of the largest advertisers in the world. Google, I think, is the largest, and Facebook is like the second largest. I mean, between the two of them, they control over half of the marketing dollars online, like on the internet. What we really want to do is make sure that we use their program, their algorithms, and their advertising effectively. They have what are called lookalike audiences, and when you use that feature, that basically targets your post towards an audience that already likes you. So if you find a lookalike audience of people that like your page, it'll find other people similar to that, and that's extremely beneficial. But when you just boost the post randomly, it doesn't really do a great job. Every time I've boosted a post versus actually gone in and chosen my demographic and done a little bit more specific targeting, I do way better if I put in the extra time. So I highly recommend that you don't bother boosting a post. If you don't have the 5 or 10 minutes to actually set up an ad properly, don't bother doing it. It's just a waste of your time and a waste of your money. Engagement tips, again, same thing we talked about in that Instagram video. You want to elicit emotion, okay? That can be good and bad emotion. This is awesome. You know, I want to share this. Holy hell, that's badass. Oh my God, that's so sad. How awesome that this guy has overcome such tragedy. Oh my God, that makes me so angry. I hate what you're saying. Anything like that that elicits a strong emotion is going to get people to engage with your post. So make sure that you elicit emotion whenever possible in your posts. When people engage with your content, engage them back. If someone comments on a video that you posted, comment back to them. Start a conversation, start a dialogue. The more people comment, the better off it's going to be. That's why oftentimes you'll see people do things like, comment down below, let me know what you want to see. Tell me about your favorite time you did this. Tag 3 of your friends to potentially to enter this contest, right? And then they tag 3, and then they tag 3, and the idea is to get that algorithm ball rolling and really get a lot more engagement and reach on that post. So those are all valid ways to increase your engagement. The thing that we need to understand about Facebook is because they have all of your information, which I can't stand how much information they have about you, but they do. They know your age, they know your email address, they know what you look at, they know what you like. They know more about you than I think you really would like to admit. And so they have incredible analytics. And when you can go into the analytics and look and say, my audience is 86% male, 14% female, my audience is 18 to 24, you know who to target. You can really get specific with your ad and your content as well. You can really focus it for those people as well. So I'd highly recommend starting to look every week at your analytics and just keeping track of it. Know who you reach and then cater your content for them. We could talk all day and I could vent relentlessly about Facebook's business ethics or lack thereof. And all the things that drive me nuts about Facebook. But at the end of the day, they really are a necessary evil. You need Facebook. As much as I hate to admit it, you need to be on Facebook because you have such a huge reach with them. What drove me nuts about Facebook and why I don't like spending as much time on Facebook as I do with other platforms like Instagram or YouTube. Many years ago, Facebook started the page thing where you could create a business page. And you could advertise to get that page's reach out there, and we did that. I have spent money to advertise my page, and I got a bunch of likes, and for a long time had great engagement. Then overnight, Facebook changed their algorithm and said, so, you know those thousands of dollars that you spent to get 30,000 likes on your page and have all this great reach? Well, now you're going to have to pay to have that same reach. So they essentially made the business pages mandatory for any business that wanted to reach their customers and their clients, which is what we're trying to do. And then overnight, they made you pay for that same reach. So the people that wanted to see your stuff, that expect to see your stuff, now you have to pay to reach them. So for example, if I just post a picture, right, I might get 10 or 20 likes out of 30,000 likes, almost 33,000 likes that I have on the page. I might get one comment if I'm lucky, usually none, and 10 or 20 likes, maybe a couple reactions or whatever, but that's it. But if I spend $5 to $10 to promote that, that'll get up to like 50 or 100 likes, and I'll start to get like 5 or 10 comments. The more money you spend, the more reach you get, the more engagement you get. And Facebook's plan was brilliant. It was unethical, but it was brilliant. They made their product a necessity, and then they made you charge for it. I don't like that. I don't respect that. I see why they did it. I know why they did it, but that's why I'm not a big fan of Facebook. You're going to be shooting yourself in the foot unless you're paying to push it out there. Now, that doesn't mean you can't get ahead in the Facebook world. You still can play the algorithm, but at some point you're going to have to start spending a little bit of money. So my recommendation is that you utilize Facebook's reach and try to push the people, your fans and followers and friends and whatnot, from Facebook over to another platform, i.e. YouTube. YouTube is, to my knowledge, the only platform, the only major platform for social media that actually pays their creators. Facebook doesn't do that. You have to pay to play with Facebook. All that said, there's a lot of content and things that you can provide on Facebook and get shared, which is the big goal. If you can have people share things, it's definitely beneficial for you. So again, we talked about alternating the type of content, whether that's links, text, photos, and videos, etc. It's better to post them, to upload them directly to Facebook, and you'll notice that if you post a photo to Facebook versus posting a link to that same photo, like if you put it on PhotoBucket or something, or Flickr, you'll notice that you get much better engagement for the exact same photo if you actually upload it to Facebook. And the reason is their algorithm wants to keep people on Facebook. That's how they grow their advertising revenue. That's how they make money. So when I post my YouTube videos, it really doesn't get much reach because that's going to send people to a direct competitor of Facebook. So just be aware of that. Your videos on Facebook, when you make them specifically for Facebook, keep them to about 1 to 5 minutes. It seems to be about the sweet spot. Photos, you want to upload, if you can, at least one photo when you do a photo upload. And if you have just a text upload, if you type a status, you'll get much better engagement if you upload a photo along with it. If you have like a race that you went to and you were working with a brand, you can post the results from the race. You can also post the results of the product that you're testing for them or that you have from them. That's great content. Sometimes you can get them to share that. If you do like a write-up or a video review as well, that's great to get them to share that and have that posted out to a multitude of other people that can help you grow. Personal updates, you can definitely do, like if you're working on your own vehicle or you're working on your program, what have you, just make sure that it's relevant to the people that you're talking to. You can share clips of your YouTube video. So for example, if you were to take your YouTube video and just pull a little clip out of it and put it in, like upload it directly to Facebook, that'll get people to, you can send them directly over to YouTube and say like, here's what you're missing over on my YouTube channel. You can upload clips of you driving, you can upload shots of you driving, you can upload, you can do contests and giveaways. Those are huge, but I will recommend that you still utilize those to push traffic to your YouTube page. YouTube is an amazing way to engage with people, largely because you get that video engagement. And yes, you can do that on Facebook, but I think everybody knows that you're going to watch more video on YouTube, and YouTube does push their engagement more. So you'll actually reach more relevant people on YouTube than you will on Facebook. Again, remember calls to action. If you have an announcement like you just signed with a new partner and you're doing some new stuff, or you're going to be going to a new event, those announcements are great to use for videos or for posts and whatnot out on your page. Go out when you post something worthwhile, find some groups that you're part of, whether they're racing groups in your particular motorsport, whether they're branding groups, whatever relevant groups you can find. Go share some of your content in those groups. You don't want to be just like blasting people with every single post that you have, but if you have a post that you think is relevant for those people, feel free to post those things up. I'd also recommend that you do a weekly video, and I should say live stream maybe is a better way. You do a weekly live stream and you just talk about what you've been doing that week, but you want to encourage people to tune in every week, keep them updated, and get them used to a schedule so that every, whatever day it is, every Sunday, every Tuesday, whatever, you're getting your fan base into a schedule and you're getting them used to a routine of when you're uploading content. So that's about it for Facebook. What we really want to focus on, just to wrap it up, you want to have a page and you want to focus on building that page. You want daily content if at all possible. You want a variety of content, which of course can be photos, videos, live streams, writing or blogs, sharing other people's posts. Doesn't matter, but try to get it out there. Use calls to action to encourage engagement. Don't bother boosting your posts once you get comfortable and want to start spending a little money to advertise. There's so many people out there that are good at showing you how to do just that. So do a little bit of research and spend 5 or 10 minutes, get way better results than just boosting it. Elicit emotion from all of your posts whenever possible. Get people to have an emotional reaction. You'll have way better engagement that way. Keep track on all your analytics and your numbers and know your audience. That is extremely important. That's about it for Facebook. If this was valuable for you, go ahead and give me a like. I would greatly appreciate it. Let me know if you have any questions down below. That would be appreciated in the comment section there. And beyond that, carry on, keep working on your brand, get everything out there, focus on good content that's consistent, and we'll see you guys in the next one. Take it easy. Over 1 billion users. That is a shitload of people that are on this platform. There's my wife. She's coming into the video.
Ooh, I just shoveled off the car.
Shoveled off the car?
I couldn't. My brain is frozen.
Right in the face.